Good day, dear listener, and welcome aboard the Ozma. We have an exciting show planned for you, but before we get too far, a word to the wise. Though Project Ozma is considered to be a comedy, the humor involved is known to contain swearing, allusions to sexual themes, as well as themes of minor violence. A more in-depth description of this content as well as the transcript can be found in the description. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy today's episode.
When I woke up this morning, my day went how I expected it to. I woke up, ate breakfast, went to work, came home, and prepared for a lazy night in. It wasn't until my long-lost best friend Quinn showed up gun and alien conspiracies by her side did my normal get turned on its head.
Persephone!
What?
This is vital information. Having you off daydreaming does not help the fate of our planet. So, if you would kindly direct your attention to the mission at hand, that would be just peachy.
The charming fellow currently yelling at me was none other than the wonderful Reed. I thought he'd been bad back when King was around, but after the head of the PRET Program ran off to deal with important business and left his assistant to prep us for takeoff, well, let's just say I was in for a real treat. There's no need to get your panties in a bunch. I'm listening.
Percy.
Then prove it. What are the contents of this book, and why is it relevant to your mission?
It has the best knock-knock jokes in the galaxy, and it is the best damn defense the Earth's got.
If only a razor-sharp wit could save you from certain death.
There's no need to sound so excited about it.
Oh, trust me, I'd like to be. But there is the tiny matter of our planet's future being tied to your survival. So, since I seem incapable of getting through to you, Quinn, as your comrade clearly needs the assistance, would you care to fill her in on what this book is and its contents?
The Ruler's Manual to Etiquette Across the Galaxy, sir.
Teacher's pet.
Very good. And what does it include?
Cultures and customs across the galaxy, specifically topics and actions that might be considered taboo.
So, basically, the Idiot's Guide to Not Being a Dick Space Edition.
A crude way of putting it, but yes. It should help you avoid offending anyone.
Should?
Aside from your personality, the manual has one major flaw.
And that is?
If you were paying attention, you'd know.
The book is old, Percy. It was given to Armstrong after he landed on the moon, making it dated if not incorrect. We have to assume that there are an unknown number of new rulers, planets, and customs that haven't been included.
Oh, so it's useless then.
No, Persephone, it isn't. Faulty though it may be, this book is still your best bet if you intend to succeed aboard the Ozma. Offending the wrong person could mean the end of us all. Please, tell me you understand that at least.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Good. Your trip to the Ozma station should give you plenty of time to get familiar with the contents of this manual. I'd advise you both to do just that, especially if you'd like to avoid embarrassing us all.
Why are you looking at me?
The trip should take you a few hours, meaning you'll arrive sometime early tomorrow morning Earth time. That gives you plenty of time to sleep, study up, and...
Wait, stop. We're leaving now?
As soon as we've readied the pod sent by the Ozma, yes.
Oh, the pod he said had been shot down. Several times.
It's not the same one, of course. We believe that the Ozma may have a system that detects when a planet's pod is faulty, and automatically programs a new one to deliver to them.
So it just showed up out of nowhere?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but you can't seriously think I'd step into that death trap. How do we know it hasn't been tampered with? You said yourself someone up there doesn't want us to reach that damn conference. And besides, it's not like either of us could drive that thing anyway, unless Quinn's been really hard at work these past 5 years.
The pod's been thoroughly checked over multiple times. If there were anything wrong with it, we'd know. As for the navigation, the artificial intelligence in the pod is far superior to anything we have here on Earth. It should get you to the Ozma safe and sound.
Should?
Naturally, there's no guarantee. This mission comes with a lot of risks. There's nothing we can do about that. I guess it's up to you, but I'd say they're all worth taking.
That's easy for you to say. You're not being shot into fucking space in a pod that should deliver you safely, with a manual that's probably accurate, and the fate of the entire goddamn world resting on your shoulders.
Percy!
Listen, Quinn, I'm sorry, but I can't. You'll have to find another ruler.
It's a little late for that.
Have you even listened to your own lectures? People have died.
They all knew the risks, same as you. And they chose to go anyway. Because they knew that not doing so would doom their planet. Are you really gonna back out now and let them have sacrificed themselves for nothing?
Quinn, what are you doing? Get out of there!
I'm doing this, Perce. Are you coming with me?
I was ready to say no. I was ready to walk right out of that base and get back to whatever normal, non-fatal thing I'd been doing before Quinn marched back into my life. I would have felt terrible about leaving, of course, but in that moment, I would have done it. But then she dropped her cool professional exterior again. It was only for like half a second on that last syllable, but it was enough. All right, fine. But just know that I'm doing this for Quinn and for Earth. Not you.
You can do it for your 6th grade English teacher for all I care, as long as it gets you on board the pod. Take this, Quinn.
What's it for?
It tells time. I know that because it's a fucking watch.
While you're on the Ozma, you'll need to update us regularly. Along with telling time, this watch allows me to send you messages to remind you when to meet with me.
I thought King was in charge.
I'll report the information back to him. Now, do either of you have any final questions? Very well then. Good luck on your travels, don't screw this up for us, and stay safe up there.
So, how do we get this show on the road?
I'm guessing it involves pressing that button. You know, the one marked start.
You mean we actually get to press the big red button?
Actually, maybe it would be a good idea to... Or you could just go ahead.
Welcome aboard your personal Ozma pod, or POP. We are so glad that you are joining us today.
Pop? Is that seriously the best name they could...
Shh.
Please state your names and home planet.
Persephone and Quinn of Earth.
Thank you. Welcome aboard your POP, Persephone and Quinn of Earth. Are you prepared for departure? Please state yes or no.
Yes.
Command unknown. Please state yes or no.
Superior alien technology, huh? Yes.
Command unknown. Please state yes or no.
Okay, listen here, you...
Percy, calm down.
I'm starting to think that the issue with getting to the Ozma has more to do with the pop and less with...
Actual death?
Command unknown. Please state yes or no.
All right, that's...
Percy!
What?
Breathe.
Command unknown. Please state yes or no.
You're an unknown command. Yes.
Thank you for using your POP. Your journey to the Ozma will commence shortly.
Took you long enough.
Please remain in your seats until given further instructions.
It'd be nice if they put some windows in here. Maybe make it feel less like a flying coffin.
Still scared of flying?
Oh, shut up. Besides, it's more of a distaste and... Did you hear that? Do you think
You
we're...
are now free to move around as you like. We will arrive at the Ozma in a few hours.
That was... the fast.
Superior alien technology, I guess. I'm sorry, you know.
For? Holding a gun to my shoulder and threatening to shoot me?
You were never in any danger.
A gun is still a gun.
A about that.
What?
It was a fake.
What?
I spray painted a super soaker. I needed your help, and you made it clear that the only way I'd get it is if I threatened you. Which I'm sorry for.
Why are you telling me this?
For starters, even if you wanted to leave, we're kind of in space, so there's not really anywhere for you to go. Lastly, I knew the second you found out I was telling the truth, you'd be on board.
I was literally just about to walk out on this whole project.
That was because you were pissed at Reed.
He was being a little bitch.
Point made. You were ready to go with the mission while King was still in the room.
He can be very persuasive.
That he can. I missed you. A lot.
Then why'd you leave?
Perce.
We were going to go to college. Together. What happened?
The Academy had other ideas for me.
Right. That thing. I know I said I wouldn't push, but...
I can't, Percy. Not yet. There were things that happened there. Things that... Not yet.
I'm always here for you, Quinn. You know that, right?
I do. That's why I asked you to come, after all.
Yeah, by pulling a gun on me.
A fake gun. And hey, just think of it as me returning the favor.
Excuse me?
Junior year talent show ringing any bells?
Oh, come on. That was ages ago. It barely counts.
Blackmail is still blackmail.
And I hate to break it to you, Quinny the Pooh, but a gun is still a gun.
Ugh, that awful nickname. Still...
Now that I know you still hate it, it's not going anywhere.
Tell that to my...
Your mom? Oh, come on, she doesn't count. She thought that everything that didn't involve you studying your ass off was a distraction.
She just wanted me to do my best.
Please, you could pull an A out of your ass without even opening a...
You didn't do too bad yourself.
That was only because your mom wouldn't let me come over unless I studied with you. But hey, at least she let you dance.
Yeah, she did.
You miss it, don't you?
What? I don't... Oh, the dancing. Yeah, I do. It was the only thing I had control over.
I'm sorry you had to quit.
It wasn't your fault.
I convinced you to do the talent show with me.
You didn't convince me to fail that history test.
A B isn't failing, contrary to what...
I'm glad I got to spend my last night dancing next to you, at least.
You know, Quinn, that might just be the gayest thing you've ever said to me. And that's saying something.
Oh, shut up.
But I will say, that performance was the bomb. I still think we were cheated out of that first place.
Who knew knitting spaghetti to dubstep would be so popular?
I will give bonus points for creativity, but come on, the two of us were legendary. Imagine two hot as fuck gals, one dancing to a self-choreographed routine, and the other playing her own song as the crowd screams their names. Raw, unbridled talent bursting out of both their anuses.
Please never use any of those words ever again.
What, you don't like when raw, unbridled talents burst from your anus?
I fucking hate you.
That's fair. I suppose, in retrospect, it might have been a little too avant-garde for a bunch of high schoolers.
You're probably right about that.
Naturally. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a goddamn genius.
Says the person who managed to lock themselves in a locker twice.
I wanted to know if I would fit.
And the second time?
Listen, Gretchen Valentine swore that the lockers in the science hallway were smaller and bet I couldn't fit into hers. It's not my fault that she shut the door on me and walked away.
Well, were they smaller?
Just a touch. Barely noticeable until you find yourself stuck in one for 15 minutes.
Oh, hush. You weren't in there for 15 minutes.
You're right. It was more like 30.
You're a shameless liar, you know that?
If Persephone and Quinn of Earth would please return to their seats, we are now approaching the Ozma.
Already?
You heard them.
You have now arrived at the destination. Please exit your pop and welcome aboard Ozma.
This is it, huh?
I guess so.
Alright then. Just promise me that we'll beat the asses of any spaghetti knitting dubstep playing aliens we might run into.
Of course. Let's do this.
Let's go, Team Ozma.
Project Ozma is a Goose Thunder Network produced podcast. Today's episode, Takeoff, was written by Molly Rae and Ylva and edited by Megan with sound editing by Cole Burtkart. Music was composed and performed by Benny James. The voices you heard in order of appearance were Allison as Percy, Cedric Reeve as Charles Reed, Petra as Quinn, and Morgan as the automated voice. Want to continue to stay up to date on all things Ozma? Follow us on Tumblr at Project-Ozma, on Instagram at Project Ozma Podcast, or on Twitter at Project Ozma.